All right, so this video is to show you how to create an invoice using Ian Liddle's Invoicer. So we're just going to share my screen here so you can see what's going on. So to create your invoice, at least if you're at Sharp Retention, I'm not sure what your systems would be, we want to go ahead and make sure we have the order form open, which we can find in Drive, the OPT open with the person's name that we're creating an invoice for. We're going to grab that order number. And also you're going to want to have the Invoicer opened up and ready to use on the control page. The two things that you're going to need is the order number and the last name. So we're going to go ahead and pull up the order form over here on Drive. And then we're going to paste in the order number in the orange section where it tells you to. And then we're also going to go ahead and put in her last name. I'm going to go ahead and grab the data. Now we're going to go over some of the tabs down here while it's doing it. It only takes a second, but we have the control tab, which is basically where we put in the information that we need in order to pull up the Invoicer. Another fun thing is this per unit price here. You see that it normally says no. You can change that to yes. And what it does is it actually shows the prices of the free products that they're going to be getting. So again, if it says no, it won't show the prices, and then if it says yes, it will show the price. And I think that actually everybody else is going to be using this page here, so I'll try to use that as we're going over everything. So you see there's no prices here anymore. It still gives you the total at the bottom though. So we're going back over to control. Another thing to note is that you can also use the zip code if necessary to look up the order number. Sometimes people with two last names like Fuller Fontes has a hyphen in the middle, or if it has an apostrophe in the name, or maybe it wasn't spelled correctly when it was put into vector, and is not bringing up the invoice, just go ahead and pop in the zip code and it'll bring the invoice right up for you. So another page to note is the CSV import page. And what happens is when we put in the order number and the name, all the information, it comes over to the CSV import page. And this is where it's actually taken and put onto the actual invoice that you're going to be sending to your clients. So over to the CSV import, you can see it has all the product on here. And then the other thing that we're going to want to note is the price list. The reason why is because this is basically where the invoice page pulls all of its information from, this price list. So you see right here where it says the item, and it has all of the code that we use for when we're entering orders on Rollo, all the item numbers. So all these item numbers are going to translate into a description on the page. So you can see here at CSV import, it says 1851, but on our invoice page, it actually says Sheer Favorites Cosmic Candles. Normally there's going to be a picture next to it, but we don't have any pictures of the Sheer Favorites in our little picturator. Not exactly sure where that is, but Ian can help you out if you really want to know what the picturator is. But anyways, that picture just so happens not to be in there. If it was a different picture, for example, we can go ahead and change this to Clubmates just for this purpose. You see the picture would actually come up. So we're just going to change that back to the 1851. All right, so all the information is in here. We don't really need to do anything to these pages unless you wanted to change something that was in here. For example, there's a dropship charges, and you wanted to combine charges for dropships. You can go ahead and do that. We went ahead and added a few extra descriptions for different things that we want to put in. Like dropship, we have a 10 pay because we have a $12 fee for 10 pay program. So for example, this was a 10 pay order. I would go ahead and put 1 here, and then I would just put 10 pay and the number 12, and we would add that into their total. But you can see over here it comes up 10 pay program admin fee $12. So obviously you can go ahead and do whatever you need to do in order for your invoice to come out properly. But we're basically done here with this one because everything looks good on this page. Oh, we see here CGC wrap is not coming up correctly. It looks like Cutco actually changed the code to put what color it should be. But if it just says CGC wrap, then it would come up correctly. So if we went over to price list and we put in where it does say CGC wrap, we can go ahead and put the B there. So it's supposed to be this one here, but it doesn't pull over the T. So we would just erase the B, or the T, excuse me, and then every time it came up with the B, then we wouldn't have to worry about that anymore. It's just too many letters for the formula to bring it over in. So we're going to hide all the extra spaces here. You can see if we need to, we can go ahead and open up if this came down more, but we don't. So we're going to select the bottom one. I'm going to hit Shift, select the top. We're just going to right click and hide those rows. Just going to take a little check over here and make sure there's nothing else needed. Savings, everything looks good. We are making this for Lisa Reed. Now, if you are on the shop retention team, shop retention team, we're going to go to the SR style page, and you can see it's a little bit different. We have a little bit more information down here. This is currently hidden. We're going to open that one up. We have a little bit more information down here. Everything just looks a little different. It looks like I accidentally erased this page. Normally you can just go back to the original, the master form, and just duplicate the copy and erase this one. I just so happen to know that it equals the generic view. We're lucky like that, so I went ahead and put it over there. Again, all you would have to do is erase this one and open up the master form. But anyways, the investment schedule is down here. 5-time monthly payments, savings. We're going to go ahead and hide this line too. We don't need it there. I think we just had open to 10-pay sample on there. Fantastic. Now we are going to change this stuff up here so that it does reflect what they are getting for free. So you took advantage of our quantity discounts, which they did. They got the sheer favor set, and you received a free gift. And they saved $257. This gift is unengraved, so we don't have to worry about it. But normally what we would do is we would just include in the quantity discount. This gift is a closing gift from us and will be engraved with our information on it. That way they're not surprised when they do get it. So we see everything looks good. We're just going to go ahead and go over to File, Download As, PDF Document. Make sure no gray lines is checked. It's in Portrait. You want it to fit to width. Export that. It will download, depending on what type of a system you're using or browser you're using, it will download a different area. Chrome, can't see it because my dock is in the way. Chrome will show you where it is right down here. So you can always just click on this. On the Mac, it'll go into your downloads folder as well. If you have it set up on your desktop, you can just pull it up from here. If you're using Firefox, there's a download button in the top right-hand corner of your browser window. You would just click that button. It would actually be an arrow instead of my Hangouts button. You would click it, and it would show you everything you downloaded, and then you would just click on that file. So those are different ways. I'm not sure where it shows up on Safari, so you're going to have to ask a Safari expert about that. So now the PDF comes up. As you can see, it's beautiful and sexy. We just want to rename this. We're going to save it in our invoice folder. You would obviously save it to wherever you would need to save it. And now we're going to send it out via email. So the way that we do that over here at Sharp Retention is we compose our email. We're going to send it to the client, so Lisa Reed. Maybe Reed too. There are a couple, so we're going to send it to both of them. We already have a canned response. So it's Cutco your invoice. Obviously, we asked for them to tag our Facebook pages and leave a little review. And then, yeah, we're just going to attach that invoice. And send it off into the world. Everything looks good. The invoice looks great. See you later. Go back to the OPT. We're just going to throw an X on here that we went ahead and sent Lisa Reed her invoice. And that is how you use Liddle's Invoicer to send out invoices.